Morning everyone, I'm James. Welcome to the video. I'm going to do a quick update. I'm doing a live stream later on today, which you're welcome to attend at Ola Prime TV. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. I'll catch you there. I'm not doing a live stream today. That's why I'm doing this video for you quickly. I'm going to run through all the market sectors and tell you what positions that we've put on and what was on and what's new, what's not. And let's start with the NASDAQ. So we went long on the NASDAQ and the S&P yesterday at the bottom of yesterday's range, and I expect these markets will move up. I'm going to refer you to my last video and live stream, which I'll link at the end of this video, and I explain in detail in those videos why I've gone with this path. Essentially, we've gone from move up to this trend line, which is a long-term inner trend line, if you will. There's an outer line as well, a broader channel. But I think we could get up there, up to the 200 period moving average, drop through this volume dearth right here below us, and probably clear out the 50 period moving average in the process, and that's most likely where most retail traders will go long. If not there, then probably at this double top previous all-time high. I think there's a danger of us breaking through the weak or low volume zone into this higher volume zone, closer to the channel bottom and the 200 period moving average here on the day chart. The 200 is also in confluence here with a 100 period moving average, and these will both move up to this vicinity when the price, if the price gets down there. But for now, I'm long and looking for a move up to the top of the channel, Bollinger Band, and then for that to reverse, where I'll seek to reverse and sell. There's an easier picture on the S&P, which I've pointed out a few times. There's a megaphone pattern that may or may not form. We've got the nascent beginnings of it. If this does turn out to be a megaphone, we should reach the megaphone top and also the full Fibonacci extension, the 100% extension, the top 200 period Bollinger Band, and a rejection from there should see us, similar to the NASDAQ, moving down into the point of control, which is actually slightly lower even. But there's the 200 period moving average and the 100, very similar to the NASDAQ, on top of each other at the highly traded zone, but below the 50 period moving average and below the previous all-time high. This is the area where most retail traders will try to buy, guaranteed, on the S&P. At the 50, at the previous all-time high, at the breakout level. Unless a new structure begins to form here, there's a danger of this falling down to the new down to the megaphone bottom and the moving averages down here. So that's stocks and basically our main plays. I've also got names on. I'm long on MSTR. Most of these doing really well. We did pull back a wee bit on MSTR yesterday off the 20 period day moving average, but not much. And if crypto keeps moving up, I guess these will keep going too. The other one I've got on is Tesla longs. That's looking great. As I said on X, it ain't what it used to be, hailing a cab. And Tesla moving up, holding pretty well yesterday despite a fairly weak, and not weak, but sort of floppy market. We're also long on Coinbase, but short NVIDIA. The short NVIDIA is fully hedged. All right, we've got to speed up a wee bit here. So let's go to metals. I've changed my charts up a little bit, you'll see. So I've got all the metals on one page now. Gold, silver, copper, and platinum. I went long on gold yesterday. Once again, I've explained this in some detail in the videos. At the triangle bottom and the confluence of the 50 and the 200 period moving averages. There's a further level below here and a larger ascending triangle, but they both point upwards. And I expect that we'll eventually break up through the top. Don't rule out a dip down to the green line and the 100 period moving average just below us. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But if we hold here, we should eventually break up through the top of the triangle, maybe retest it from the top side and then keep on moving up. My target for gold is about 3.7 to 3.8. I'm also long on silver in a similar sort of train of thought. Also long on copper. We went long right at the bottom after having got short at the top. You'll remember this play. It was quite astounding, really, and very lucky because we got long at the bottom. We took profit at the top. We reversed to short. We took profit at the bottom, and now we reversed to long. So quite a flip-flop sort of trade. I think we'll try and hold here. We've just returned to the long-term trend line, really, on copper, which is this long-term rising trend line coming up from the bottom. Something like this. So we do have an uptrend and starting to surge up. If anything, I think copper's picking up pace. Target is about $10 on copper. I've got nothing on platinum. People ask me every week, why am I not buying platinum? Well, the reason is because we're at the 50-day moving average, holding it, but not very well, sloping down, and it's turning out to be a bear triangle or a bear flag. So allow for a dip down here. It's probably going to break down into this empty zone and this gap, volume gap, which we probably will try and fill. The bottom of that gap's at 1165. It's possible we could get all the way down to the 200 period moving average and the breakout level. Probably less likely though. So generally I'm long on all of these metals, and of course I'm long on all the cryptos as well. I did a special meme coin or altcoin. I don't know if there's a big difference between the two words yesterday, so I'll link that at the end of this one too. But I basically now long on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, as you know. I've also added some altcoins to that, and I encourage you to look at the video to see which ones those are and the reasons for it. But it's basically DOT, Doge, ADA, LTC, and LNK, and I've got a few others trading on my phone as well. These are just a bit of fun, nothing serious. The main serious plays here are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. I'm long on all of those. My target for Bitcoin is about 135, maybe 140, somewhere around there. So my target for ETH is $5,000. We're approaching there quickly. I think then Bitcoin, once we get there on ETH, Bitcoin will accelerate potentially and then start dragging up some of the altcoins behind it. And I leave that to those who are better at this than I am. I'm not a crypto bro. I just see some opportunities here to have a little bit of fun on the altcoins whilst holding my more serious coins, particularly Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist. Right, on energies, I'm long on natural gas, as you know, right at the bottom there. I'm hoping for the higher path to form, but I'm allowing for the lower path. And I think it's kind of binary right now. We're either going close to $4 or close to $2, either up or down, as all charts normally are. And I've chosen the upper path, and I think we'll probably try and hold here. So we filled that weekend gap, and we're moving up, trying to hold, and we'll see how far we get. We've got all the moving averages above us still, so we're certainly not bullish, but if we do make a double bottom here, that would be great, as natural gas, crude oil, gold, all like double and triple bottoms. And once they form, and we'll only know once we've broken and closed above this order block, but once they've formed, they're normally pretty solid. I've got no positions on WTI oil after having taken profit down at the bottom here. I'm just waiting to see what happens. I'd like to sell into rallies, but we haven't had those just yet. I'm still long on URA and UEC. Two of the great metal longs. They should actually be on the metals page over here, really, shouldn't they? Right, so that's energies. Basically long on natural gas, neutral on oil for now, waiting for a bounce to sell into. We're still long on the dollar South African rand. VIX still waiting to get down into that zone where I'll be looking to buy, preferably closer to the bottom of the green zone. We do that about twice a year, so don't get too excited, not more than that really. So if you coming to join my private group to trade the VIX, I wouldn't do that. We don't trade this very often. So our last tranches were down here and down here last year, and so nothing this year so far on the VIX. And finally going across the softs and grains, the big outstanding chart on here is LIT. We remain lit, and we moved all the way up to $46.50 yesterday from 44, so big move up, 5% on LIT. So going through the others, we're long on sugar. That's getting a bounce right now. That's looking good. Cocoa, I'm looking to sell today or tomorrow. We're moving up towards the selling zone. And the top of my green arrow, I'd like to get a little higher. Maybe we can spike up slightly higher to get short on cocoa. I'm still short on coffee. We've now rallied past my last entry point, and we're near the channel center line where I'll be looking to add some more shorts. My existing shorts on coffee and cocoa are really small and not really worth writing home about. Soybeans, Donald Trump's encouraging China to buy a whole bunch of American soya, so I bought some soya futures. My entry price $9.89, near the bottom of this channel, not quite at the bottom, but good enough. And I think if some sort of soya deal gets done with American soya going to China, that would be a good thing for the price of soya. We've talked about LIT. I'm long on wheat, faffing around, still looking okay, still holding the falling wedge bullish breakout pattern. I'm also long on corn, moving down in a falling channel, which should break out through the top eventually. And I'm long on cotton. Again, one of my favorite plays, but we've been moving sideways really for about 4-5 months. So eventually I'm hoping for this to take off. I do believe we bottomed here, big double bottom, clear out through that range. Beautiful, in fact. And I think maybe barring another little sort of taunting spike below this line, we should take off fairly soon. And that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you later on today at Ola Prime Live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll catch you in a live stream on this channel tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and consider joining my private group. The links are below. Take care.
James the Hedgehog, sharp with the spread. Spikes on my back, Bloomberg in my head. Small frame, big brain, live on the floor. Running these charts like a four-legged law. Delta neutral when I strut the ring. Arbitrage flex with a volatility swing. You panic in red, I sip tea in green. Wrist so tight, it squeaks on screen.
The hedge fund funk, he don't play no game. Sharp little creature in the capital lane. Market rolls over, he curls up tight, then pops out, swinging with the breakout bite. A hedge fund funk, spines on point, lines so clean, they print the joint. James got edge like a